Welcome back to Steins episode 5. Yesterday, we learned about John Titor, or Teeter, however you want to call him. And I think we're about to visit Daru at the May Queen plus Nyan squared. Probably just gonna call it May Queen. May Queen's only a 3-minute walk from the lab. Coming from Kuramaya Bashidori. Oh my gosh, what is that even supposed to mean? I take a left at Tsumakoi Saka Crossing and you'll find it. That's where I'm headed now. It's usually busy in Akiba during summer break, but now it's even busier because of the Darikan incident. I hear no music, by the way. I don't know if this is meant to have music right now. The area was blocked off yesterday, but it doesn't look like they could keep the main road closed for 2 days straight. I haven't seen a single police officer today. But the Rarikan building seems off limits. The entrance shutters are closed shut and sealed with yellow police tape.
謎の人工衛星墜落から一夜明けた秋葉原です。警察による規制は解除され、駅前にはものすごい数の人が集まっています。墜落した人工衛星がどこの国のものなのかについては現在も調査中とのことで、詳しいことがわかるまで撤去ができない状態です。警察の発表によりますと、爆発などの危険は今のところないということですが、秋葉原を訪れた買い物客や地元商店街の関係者からは不安の声が上がっています。
The media has dozens of cameras set up outside of the police line. And there are nearly twice as many onlookers as reporters, enough to fill the entire street with people. Everyone's aiming their phone cameras at the satellite-like object. So many people. Living in Akiba, you get used to the crowds and big events, but a gathering of this size is unusual. I wonder when they'll get rid of that thing. I hope it doesn't explode or something. They've been letting people back into the area, so I guess there's no danger. Still, considering its unknown origin, I'm surprised it isn't more security. Today, like always, Otaku are shopping for doujinshi, import games, electronics, or whatever strikes their fancy. Why should I be looking up the definition of doujinshi in the tips list? Alright, doujinshi. Fan-created amateur manga, which are often, but not always, adult in nature. These are sold at special doujinshi events, the biggest of which is the twice-annual comic giga market known by fans as Komima, which is, of course, a reference to Komiket, like we've already heard. Which was recently, I believe. Aside from the scene at Darikan, it's the same as any other day. But I still don't understand what I saw yesterday. I've half accepted that mass disappearance was just my imagination. Maybe I've become unable to distinguish reality from fantasy, like the media likes to say about teenagers these days. With that in thought, I return my gaze to the street. And there in front of me stands a woman holding her phone in front of her face. She took a picture. Her phone was clearly pointed at me. I tried to cover my face, but not quickly enough. I turned around just to make sure that she wasn't pointing at someone behind me. Doesn't seem to be the case. She's still staring at her phone. Without even glancing at me, she turns around and points her phone at some other pedestrian. Maybe she's just taking photos of everyone at the scene and not just me. But still, I need to have word with her. The organization's after me, so I can't go risk that photo getting out.
Wait.
She doesn't turn around. Is she so engrossed in her photography that she doesn't even notice me? Or did she not catch my magnificent native level English? Way.
ちょっとそこで携帯カメラを使っているあなた、待ってください。
She turns back, finally noticing me. And of course her phone turns with her.
よせ、通るんじゃない。まさか機関の差し金か。
She completely ignores my objection. And then she goes back to looking at her phone.
質問に答えてもらいたいんですかね。あなたは機関の人間か。
If she is, then I may have to take suitable measures.
違うのか。
Probably not organization. What?
問題がありますよ。
You see at the bottom of the screen, it said like totally not organization, whatever. You can see the person speaking at the bottom, but what? Even so, I can't keep. Oh, that was explained. Lady ignoring me. Oh my god, I should read those little thingies more. Is she even listening? Oh, she finally speaks. Just a whisper, but it's something. The lady who apologized out of nowhere. Oh my god, I should be reading this more. She lowers her head slightly in a bow. Or at least I think that's a bow. She's been looking down all this time, so I can't really tell. Her fingers dance across her phone's keys with an impressive speed, exactly the opposite of her annoyingly slow speech pattern. Or is she one of those people who came to see the satellite? In that case, why'd you take a picture of me? She shakes her head without looking at me. Lady ignoring me and apparently sightseeing in Akihabara. Oh my god. Kiryu Moeka? Ah, now it says Moeka. Okay, that'll... I guess she's introducing herself. It's nice, but I wanted her to delete the photo. An urban legend? What you talking about? Don't tell me. There's a brilliant but insane mad scientist said to be lurking in Akihabara. And now that brilliant but insane mad scientist is the target of every assassin in the underworld? Akihabara, you weren't such a bad town. I'm glad. Could it be the IBN 5100 or something? Retro PC. She replies with a nod or something like a nod. Nothing about a mad scientist. I'm relieved but also disappointed. At any rate, this is the first I've heard about a phantom retro PC. A 98. You mean Windows 98? Oh, 98. A Japanese PC series. Oh, okay, yeah. Sold in the mid-1980s to the mid-1990s. So well sold at one point, it's called the National Computer. Not that one, right? That's the first model that comes to mind. But a 98 is really hard to find. She shakes her head slightly, or something like a shake. She turns her phone towards me. Screen shows an oddly shaped computer. Can hardly see anything. Hard to tell since the picture's monochrome. It looks like some kind of PC. Looks like kind of familiar. IBN 5100 or probably 5100. I should call it in English. Gosenhyaku is kind of nice to say, actually, as opposed to 5100. My fingers twitch, I think. Coincidence? No.
Steins ゲートの選択かもしれん。詳しい人知らない？ダルンならば詳しく知っているかもな。そいつは俺のマイフェイバリットライトアームであるスーパーハッカーでな。
スーパーハッカー。
MI6 の中枢にすらハッキングできる。
MI6's mainframe. MI6. In the United Kingdom, the government organization responsible for foreign intelligence operations. MI6 stands for Military Intelligence Section 6. However, its formal name is the Secret Intelligence Service, SIS. That's a real thing? The MI6 part's a slight exaggeration. If that ever did happen, Men in Black would break down our door and take us away. But the super hacker part is true. The depth of his computer knowledge is uncanny. Speaking of Dado, I'm supposed to meet you at May Queen. I don't have time to stand and chat with some crazy lady I don't know. Media scrum. During news stories of high public interest, reporters sometimes latch onto persons of interest, bombarding them with questions, prying into their lives, and even camping outside their houses. These activities are a serious invasion of privacy and can inflict mental and emotional stress on the subject. I try to make a smooth exit, one-liner and everything, but she grabs my sleeve before I can disappear into the crowd.
何をする？
メルアド、教えて。
何が狙いだ？
スーパーハッカーの。
I guess she wants to hear Dado's story. It's my fault for mentioning him. Well, I'm meeting up with Dado, so why don't I just take her along? No, wait a sec. This could be a devious trap. Maybe she's really a spy sent to kidnap Dado. I'm defenseless without him. My only other ally is Mayuri, whose skills amount to costume design.
断る。今ダルを失うわけにはいかん。
I slip past her and start walking faster. I glance back. She's following me. I pick up the pace. She's still chasing me.
俺の後ろを歩くな。
Unperturbed, she shows me her phone again. On the screen is a picture of me that she took.
ゲー、まだ削除していなかったのか。
Yeah, oh gosh. What is that?
教えてくれたら削除する。
Cool, blackmailing.
貴様、何者だ。
I tend to glare her into submission. That's not gonna work. Her eyes already lowered. My glare is ineffective.
私は
She hesitates for a second.
アークディライトのバイト。
なんだそれは。
ヘンプロ秋葉原にある。
One of those companies that writes articles for magazines? Does this gloomy lady really fit for that kind of work?
貴様、俺の写真を無断で記事にするつもりだな。
The mad scientist of Akiba unveiled. I can see the headlines now. That's all the organization will need to turn Akiba into a sea of blood. No, I must avoid that gruesome outcome at all costs. I have no choice.
交換条件に乗ろう。
At any rate, as long as she has that photo, I have no way of knowing how it might be used. I pull up my email address and show it to her. Looking back and forth from my phone to her, she enters my info with terrifying speed.
そうか。
Ha!
能力者か。
Esper, or ESPer. A general term for humans who possess supernatural powers. Common powers include telepathy, telekinesis, and precognition, though more exotic powers exist. It's rumored that some Espers even possess the ability to reshape reality with pure force of will, derived from the term ESP, which stands for extrasensory perception. I dub her power Shining Finger. You dub her power Shiny Finger. Her magical thumb types cursed emails at 255 characters per minute. Whoever receives one dies. She's done typing my address. Took all 5 seconds.
名前は
おー、インキョーマ。マッドサイエンティストだ。
どう書くの？
フェニックスの鳳凰にイン、そして凶悪なる真実。
は？
フェニックスの鳳凰にイン、そして凶悪なる真実だ。
I repeat my perfect explanation. This is the origin of my true name. Explain the in part of whole and would take too long, so I left it out. She enters my name with her head tilted to the side. Ho-oing Yoma. I wonder what it would look like in Japanese, because like ho-oing, like I wonder how that would be. Anyway, whatever. She lowers her head a little more, an apologetic bow, I guess. She shakes her head, clutching her phone with both hands as to protect it from me. Like a spoiled child who can't let go of a toy, she shields it from me with all her might. What does she think I'm going to do? Her reaction is a little depressing. Anyway, she's obviously not going to hand her phone over, so I ask for her address instead, so I send her a blank mail. She told me her name a few minutes ago, but I already forgot, so I enter her a shining finger. What am I doing standing in the middle of the street? Let's hurry up and send her a blank email. I don't need to type anything. It's just to give her my name. I already put her in my contacts. Just send a blank email to Shining Finger. Oh, I need to do this. Oh, never mind. It does it automatically. She frowns while looking at her own phone. Then she glances my way. I feel his eyes clearly saying, "Hurry up!" But I'm hesitant. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to give her my true name, but regardless of how long I hesitate, I don't think she'll let me go until I send her the email. She sure is persistent. Looks like I have no choice but to send. We exchange a few words, then I get away from her as fast as I can. Oh god. I open the door to May Queen, Pleasant Yan Squared Maid Cafe, and two familiar cat-eared girls greet me with smiles. Oh god. One of them is Mayuri, but here she's called Mayushi Nyan. Since she works here, I stop by about twice a month. Guess that would make me a regular customer. Oh gosh. Actually, I've never been to any other maid cafe. After bowing again, Mayuri gasps as if she thought of something. Also, I need to quickly get a screenshot, a thumbnail picture. Et voila, there's our thumbnail. Okarin, whatever. I can see it, whatever. Ferris. The other maid who came to greet me, Ferris Nyan, her professional name, of course, hits me with a trademark combo attack of cute cat-like gestures. She's May Queen plus Nyanska. I'm just gonna call it May Queen, whatever. Most popular maid. Even though she and Mayuri are about the same age, she looks and acts a bit younger. Oh, this... Dara frequents this cafe because he's got a crush on Ferris. He often reads her public blog while muttering, "Ferris, you're so cute," to himself. He's got it real bad. I keep telling him to choose either 2D or 3D, but it doesn't listen. I also have trouble dealing with this Catgirl. She always finds a way to best me. What?
No, そんなところだ。やめておけ。猫耳メイドが太刀打ちできるほど期間は甘くない。
そんなことないにゃ。フェイリスにはあの非容疑があるのにゃ。きっとお役に立てるにゃ。
何？あの非容疑、ついに得得したのか？
What?
そうにゃ。ギアナコーチでの修行に耐え抜き、師匠の死も乗り越えて、フェイリスはついに手に入れたのにゃ。
What, mentor? Ferris knows my true name, Holy Kyoma. I also told her about the organization. Now she's more into it than I am. She's always the one to bring up the subject whenever we meet. Oh my god. By the way, it's the first time I've heard of this secret technique or whatever it is.
だから今日は約束通りフェイリスも精霊会議に参加させてほしいにゃ。
She's not letting go. I'll take 30 minutes if I play along with her. Or it'll take 30 minutes.
サンクチュアリに行くというのか。ダメだ。いくら非奥義を得得したとはいえ、あの場所はお前にはまだ早すぎる。
そんな約束したにゃ。にゃのに今日まが裏切るっていうのかにゃ。そ
Oh
れ
god.
あの場所にはフェイリスのお兄ちゃんが。
Since when do you have a brother? What the hell is this spirit conference anyway? Iris looks at me with actual tears in her eyes. I falter even though I know it's just one of her cutesy acts. Whenever I talk to her, I run out of comebacks, which is really unusual for me. And then she takes her initiative, leaving me with nothing to do but listen to her fantasies. I mean, come on. You can only take it so far. There's a very clear difference between her stories and mine. As anyone can see, I speak nothing but the truth, but Fairies only has delusions and a made-up backstory. I always have to play along. That's why I feel like I can never best her.
なんかわからないけど、マユシーもサンクチュアリっていうところに行きたいな。
Great, now look who's joined in. It's just going to get worse from here. I have to end this conversation now.
来なくていい。この話はもう終わりだ。
今日まだけずるいにゃ。そうだよ。マユシーもフェリスちゃんもダメなんてね。オカリンは冷たいと思うのです。
フェリスと誰だ？
Stop.
フェリスちゃんはフェリスちゃんだよ。ねえ。
Marty and Ferris look at each other and smile. Is she talking about this Ferris? Is that a real name? Wait, what? Ferris? Whatever. Disturbing thought.
あのね、マユシーは言いにくいから、フェリスちゃんって短くしてるんだ。
なんだそういうことか。
Ferris? Ferris? I don't even know.
それも悪く
I
ない
don't even
にゃ。
know. Tabby? Okay, then moving
い
on.
いからさっさと案内してくれ。俺はいつまでここに立っていればいいんだ。
ごめんなさいにゃ。ご主人様、ご案内にゃ。マユシ、ご案内よろしくにゃんにゃ。任せてにゃんにゃ。
Could you not? Gotta notice the catered maids who make Queen are required to add cat sounds. Nyas and nyans. Oh, did they really have to explain which sounds that were to their sounds with some frequency? Oh god. Mari takes my hand and leads me inside. Apparently Marshi Nunna is the only one who leads customers by the hand like this. Probably comes naturally to her, she doesn't even realize the effect it has on her customers. That's why she's second to Ferris in popularity at this maid cafe. She guides me to Dada's table. The tables are about 60% full. I won't occupy this maid cafe's Maid Queen's popularity is solid, but not booming. Considering what Ferris and the others are wearing, it's more like a cosplay cafe than a maid cafe. Furthermore, the cat ears and Nyanian dialect make it less accessible to low-level otaku and first-timers. Yeah, it's kinda... On the other hand, those same cat ears are a topic of heated debate among die-hard maid cafe fans. Maids don't have cat ears. Cat ears plus maid is 2 times moe. These two viewpoints clash. This place is one of the older maid cafes in Akihabara that doesn't get much media exposure. Maybe that's why it makes us more comfortable than most. At least that's what Daru says. He talks about this stuff so much that it's been burned into my synapses.
ダルくん、オカリンが来たにゃ。
遅すぎでしょマジで。
Daru sits in front of me but doesn't look my way. He looks upset for some reason.
それで今フェイリスタンと何を話していたか詳しく。
聞きたいのか？どうせ誰には理解できない話だと思うが。
Hell, even I didn't get most of it.
ああ、そっち系の話か。フェイリスタンとオカリンの会話は 普通のオタじゃついていけない領域に達してるよな。おー、二人だけのこういう結界張りやがって。許さない。絶対にだ。
Reality marble. Type of magecraft in which the user overwrites the world with a pocket dimension based on his or her emotional experience. Often used in ordinary conversation to speak of couples flirting in public, immersed in their own world, not caring about the pain they are inflicting on others.
フェリスちゃんもオカリンのこと気に入ってるみたいだにゃ。お店の子、お店に来るご主人様たち、みんな含めてフェリスちゃんのお話についていけるのはね、オカリンだけだもんにゃ。
I'm not even close to keeping up with her.
そんなオカリンに嫉妬。なんという勝ち組。
嘘で塗り固めた女になど興味がない。
Oof.
今日のお前が言うなすれはここですか。
黙れ浮気野郎めが。二次元の嫁が泣いているぞ。
ぐはー、痛いところ疲れたっす。
Dara theatrically grabs his chest and falls onto the table. I sip from one of the glasses of water that Mayuri brought to her table.
で、ご主人様、ご注文はお決まりですかにゃ？
オムライス、それとホットコーヒー、ブラックで。
かしこまりましにゃんにゃん。
Stop. I hate it so much. After taking my order, Mayuri finds her way towards the counter as if swimming between the rows of tables. Hope she doesn't trip.
で、僕になんか用事だった？
Dara asks without getting up from the table. That's right. In my confrontation with Shining Finger and Catgirl, I almost forgot my original objective.
あと1時間ぐらいしたらラボに行くつもりだったんだけど。
内密で緊急の話があるのだ。
I lean on the table and scan the air without moving my head.
タイターは知っているよ
ジョン・タイター？
誰？
な。アメリカに10年ほど前に現れた自称未来人。お前とは以前こいつの話題をしたはずだぞ。
またオカリンのいつもの設定？
設定とか言うな。俺が話すことは全て真実だ。
ああ、めんどくせえ。じゃあ付き合ってやるけどさ、そのタイターってやつが未来人だっていうソースは？
待て、なんでそんな初耳のような言い方をする？
事実初耳だから。
忘れたわけではなく
自信はないけど。
日本でもそいつに関する本が出ている。
その本を見せてくれたら思い出せるかも。
本当に何も知らないのか？
人の記憶力なんて結構曖昧なもんしょ。デジタルと違ってさ。
This is wrong. I remember talking to Dada about John Titor back in high school. It was only idle talk, so it's possible that Dada forgot about it. Dada is quite the internet addict, but the internet lets you choose what information you want to see. There's no guarantee Dada looked up information on John Titor. If he had, I doubt he would have forgotten it so completely. Is it my memories that are mistaken or everyone else's?
だったら IBN5100 については？
へえ、オカリンがそんな PC を知ってるなんてね。やるじゃん。
知っているんだな。
IBN が1975年に発売したモデルっしょ。
Right, that's what John Titor said at Channel. He traveled to 1975 first, obtained IBM 5100, and leaped to
どんな PC なの
1989.
値段高すぎの PC だな。黎明期だったからすげえ高くて、個人には手が出せなかったらしい。
So this story plays out in 1998 or something? Is that true?
IBN の独自技術が詰まった、その当時にしては結構優秀な PC だったんだけどね。IBN は6年後の1981年に IBN-PC っていう大ヒットシリーズを発売してて、そっちの方が有名なわけ。 つうか僕も IBN5100 の知識はネットのウィキを見たことがあるぐらいだぞ。
Wiki. Wikis are useful. Online system for the creation and compilation of hypertext documents on a web server? What?
それが現在の秋葉にあるという都市伝説を聞いたことは。
おうおう、あるある。1ヶ月前ぐらいにネットで話題になったな。で、その噂を聞きつけたアットちゃんの有志が秋葉中のショップを探して回ったんだよ。フレパラのフレンドにゲジネって人がいるんだけど、その人が中心になってね。
フレパラ Fictional popular SNS website designed to facilitate easy communication to users. It's probably a reference. Fidepara is probably a reference to something that exists in real life, but I can't figure out what it is.
あの疾風陣雷のナイトハルトまで出張ってきたらしいけど、結局見つからなかったんだって。
じゃあ、
Night hard to bleach schneller?
さあ知らねえ。秋葉にはアンダーグラウンドなショップがたくさんあるし、案外どっかの怪しいショップにひょっこり転がっててもおかしくないんじゃね？
ふむ、なるほど。
Oh. I've got mail. Shining finger. Okabe-san, I mailed you as soon as I could. My name is Kiryu Moika. I'm a 20-year-old freelance editor. I believe I mentioned I work at part-time at Arc Rewrite. Sorry for taking your picture. It wasn't on purpose. I needed some shots for Akihabara for work. Of Akihabara for work, and you just happened to be in one. Actually, to tell you the truth, I was hoping to sneak some shots of the satellite. LMAO. By the way, the picture I took was just a test, not the final shot. So I was using my phone. Even if you hadn't begged me to delete it, I wouldn't have posted it, so don't worry. Anyway, I should get to the point. I'm really sorry for posting like this, Okabe-kun, but it would be super great if you could ask your friend, the super hacker, about the IBM 5100. I really don't know anything about computers, especially old computers. All I have to go on is that picture I showed you. I'll attach the image. But absolutely, positively sure to reply okay. I'll be waiting, and if you could, I'd be super happy if you gave me a super hacker friend's email address. I'll mail you again. It's okay to mail you again, right? Of course it is. Bye, Moika. That picture. Oh, come on. What's with that email? Disregarding the weird timing. Is this really the gloomy, unsociable woman I met in front of Radicon? She's a completely different person in this email. Does she have split personalities or something? I also pronounced Radicon as Radicon, but I think radio is actually Dajio in Japanese, so it would be Rajicon. Anyway, whatever. Well, I got some information about the IBM 5100, so I guess I should give her the reply. But if I send an immediate reply to a woman I just met, I won't to come off as clingy and desperate. Ho in Kyoma will not be taken lightly. This is my chance to make her understand which one of us is a superior human being, and above all, I've yet to ascertain if she can be trusted. She might start harassing me if I reply the wrong way, and besides, she hasn't proven that she's not working for the organization. Nonetheless, it couldn't hurt to tell her what I learned from Daru. To discourage her, of course. Let's ignore it. This is out of kindness.
待たせたな、ダル。それで、一つだけ確認したいんだが。
I scan the area with my eyes once more, and I lean in close.
IBN5100 は世界滅亡の引き金になるアイテムなんだな。
なんでだよ。引き金にはならないし、世界滅亡もしないっつの。
にゃに？世界滅亡しちゃうのかにゃ
？Nyani? Is that really something I just heard? Nyani. Not Nani, but Nyani. Oh my... This is killing me. Hers brings my omelette rice. She's doing her cat-like gestures while keeping her tray balanced in one hand. True feline agility. What? Despite her Nyanian nonsense, Ferris is the consummate professional.
ご主人様、お待たせしましたにゃんにゃん。オムライスにゃん。
Stop. Where's the moi moi kyun? Oh gosh, it's still gonna happen. Actually, I probably... the Kako puts the omelette rice on the table, then takes a bottle of ketchup from her pocket. Sekai ga yabai. She used it to write "The world is doomed." I think that's Sekai ga yabai, right? Right? The world is doomed in letters upon the omelet's blank yellow canvas.
世界滅亡前にどうぞ召し上がれ。
うお、世界がやばいきた。
It is.
フェイリスさんの丸文字の可愛さに僕もやばい。
It appears the cuteness has shattered Dada's sanity. Gave him a look that says calm down, but to no avail. Still waiting for it. I smooth out the ketchup with the bottom of my spoon, erasing the ketchup words.
ああ、もったいない。
I'm going to eat it either way.
ダルニャンダルニャン、フェイリス杯の件考えてくれたかにゃ。
ああ、もちろん。僕も参加します。
フェイリス杯なんだそれは。
Take a mouthful of omelette rice.
次の日曜日にこの店でライネットの大会をやるのにゃ。
Ferris starts dancing in place. I prefer she not jump around like that when people are eating
フ
nearby.
ェイリスはその幹事であり実行委員長、つまり言い出しっぺなのにゃ。
I didn't hear a moi moi Q-in. Why is that? Where's
参
that?
加するにゃ。参加費はドリンク込みで1000円。フェイリスに勝てた人には商品として手作り料理を振る舞うにゃ。
What?
無理無理。オカリンはライネットには詳しくないんだ。
Huh?
にゃー、面白いのに。
いいんだ俺は。
I stop shuffling the omelette rice into my mouth. Then I deliver a melancholy sigh.
ライネットアクセスバトラーズか。その名を聞くたびチャンピオンだったあいつのことを思い出す。いや、なんでもない。今のは忘れてくれ。
にゃにゃ、すっごーく思わせぶりな態度だったのにゃ。あいつって誰にゃ。
多分存在しないんじゃね。ライネットって公式大会が始まったのは1年前ぐらいだし。
今日まあの人のことまだ忘れられないのかにゃ。
はあ。
確かにあの頃あの人フェイリスのお兄ちゃんと京馬はとっても仲が良くてフェイリスも嫉妬しちゃうぐらいだったにゃ。
She took my store and ran away. Ran with it again. Never even said anything about him being her brother. Hell, I don't know if Ferris even has siblings. Shouldn't have talked about stuff like this in front of Ferris.
でもいい加減思い出にばかりすがるのはやめるにゃ。
Her shout resounds through the store. Her finger snaps at
フェ
me.
イリスは辛くても辛いからこそお兄ちゃんの意志を継いでライネッターになったんだにゃ。
Perfected my skill.
お兄ちゃんがいつも言ってた言葉、いつかライネットで世界に平和をもたらそうって。
フェイリスコーヒー持ってきて。
にゃにゃ。
Present my empty plate to Ferris. I always eat quickly. It's a habit I picked up naturally during my years on the run from the organization. Screw the slow food trend. Fast food's all the way. Slow food. Food takes time to cook and eat as opposed to fast food or instant food.
かしこまりましたにゃ。少々お待ちください。
Ferris takes the dish and heads back to the counter. Phew, if I'd left things going as they were, I would have had to play along for another 10 minutes in her fantasy
フェイリ
world.
スタンは知る人ぞ知る実力派ライネッターなんだぜ。
Dado explains with a wry smile.
非公式の野良試合では400戦無敗なのさ。
ヒクソンかよ。
Dado ignores my perfect retort.
フェイリスタンが公式大会に出ないのが残念だよ。出れば優勝間違いなしなのに。
なんで出ないんだ。
この店のご主人様たちを第一に考えてるってことっしょ。店に迷惑をかけてまで大会には出ないってスタンス。それにマユシと同い年だから学校も行かなきゃいけないだろうし。
店に迷惑かけないと言っておきながらフェイリス杯なるものを店で開くのか。
細けいことはいいんだよ。とりあえずフェイリスタンは可愛い。可愛いは正義。ネットにロリメイドはけしからん。性的な意味でそれでいいだろう。
お前は結局2次元派なのか3次元派なのかどちらなの。
あえて言おう。倍であると。
いろいろとフリーダムだな。
よく言われます。さあせん。
Tato usually doesn't show enthusiasm for anything. The exceptions are Moa and Ferris. I wish he were this passionate about our experiments. Oh, receiving mail. I had to pull Dot away from Ferris so we could return to the lab. We arrived to find it hotter than sauna in hell. I quickly opened the windows, letting a small breeze blow in. It won't be enough. Anyway, we had mail. Whoops. Mail. Ferris. You're more perceptive than I thought, yeah. So now you understand what's at stake. The Red Southern Cross will soon hatch, yeah. The time has come for Ferris to journey to the sanctuary and prepare for... I can say no more, yeah. Perceptive. Let me reply with this one. What are you talking about? Will you quit testing me with this mockery? Send. What even? I flip out our fan, or I flip our fan to full power and place it in the table in front of me. I really wish we had an air conditioner. Turn on the computer. I think this website exists. Wait, haven't I seen this before? FutureGadgetLab.us. Actually, US. Oh, because I changed. I have like an unofficial patch. I think the Japanese version of the website also exists, and the Japanese. Oh, and the English and Japanese, they both exist. Anyway, this is our PC for communal use among lab members. It still uses an old CRT monitor, so it looks ancient. But don't let its looks deceive you. Our computer whiz daughter scrounged up some parts and made some mods to it. In any case, I don't spend much time on it. I mostly use it to update the Future Gadget Laboratory's homepage, check my mail, visit news sites, and browse at channel. Wonder if the new Tider is still posting. Oh, Tider, I see that everyone would like to know more about my time machine. I'm happy to explain. Just so you know, it's impossible to reproduce with current technology. Certain critical components won't exist until CERN invents them in 2034. Time travel works by altering gravity. Basically, you can think of it as using the twin paradox, but that alone isn't enough to reverse time. Still, you're a faker, you're annoying, go away. So your power is gravity control. Not bad, but still not enough for top tier power levels. The twin paradox, is that just like the Urashima effect? It's just slowing down time, not reversing it. Who gives a crap about the time machine? Give me stock prices. It uses Tipler cylinders. Wait. Hoin Kyoma replies. It uses Tipler cylinders and curved black holes, doesn't it? Just like you said 10 years ago. And your time machine is a 1970s Chevy. I know all of it. Chevy, I can't actually... God, shut the flip up, you disgusting chuny scum. The twin paradox and the Urashima effect are different things, lol. Time travel, lol. John Tider, lol. Chevy's an American car, right? I'd rather go German with the BMW, lol. By Tipler cylinders, you're referring to the Tipler machine? Lol, what? A Tipler cylinder would have to be 10 kilometers in diameter, 1,000 kilometers long, of a mass equal to the sun, revolve 2,500 times per second to become a time machine, lol. How do you fit that into a Chevy? Even if you could, Tipler machine can't travel back in time than a moment of its creation. Enough of your delusions. At channel is not your blog. I want to hear from Tider. This is a surprise. Does this mean people at this age already know about my time machine? Did you really encounter me 10 years ago? If so, then I must have been from another world line. I, at least, have not gone to the year 2000. Oh no, we're living in 2010. Then. We're living in 2010. This plays in 2010. Oh, we can even see it. The date's right there. 2010. I said 1998 for some reason. I thought that from one of the dialogue, but it wasn't right. In any case, the important point is that rotating black hole has the same effect as a Tipler cylinder. You can find more about curved black holes by studying the Penrose diagram or Tipler's calculations. My time machine works by generating a pair of curved black holes. In Japanese, please. Tider came 10 years ago. Source? What are curved black holes? Explain using... what? I'll pay 1,000 yen to ride your time machine, not a yen more. Source is, oh, son's delusions, real deal. He didn't deny it, lol. All aboard Hoen's crazy train. Prepare for a train wreck. Current black hole time travel is theoretically possible, but how do you get black holes to spin? Don't tell me wait until you find them spinning naturally. It's ridiculous. How do you pass through this singularity? There's no way a Chevy can withstand the pressure. Why the short explanations, John? Are you stupid? You wanna die? Still no stock prices? Crash. This isn't a delusion. I know for a fact the Tider posted 10 years ago. There's even a book about it. Search the used bookstores if you don't believe me. A Chevy has a gravity distortion unit. That's what he said 10 years ago. Yes, it does have a gravity distortion unit, which time machine is not perfect. It was built by a third party who reverse engineered CERN's design. Gravity distortion unit is a little unstable. First, the unit produces a microsingularity and injects electrons to induce rapid rotation. This generates a local gravity sine wave. As the time machine passes through the singularity, the gravity distortion unit regulates the pressure to ensure safe passage. I'm not a specialist, so I cannot explain the mechanics any further. Let's just say that curved black holes can be manufactured. I assume everyone's aware of CERN's current experiments with black hole creation. TLDR, SDFU, unstable, sounds dangerous. Oh flip, Tider's black holes are gonna swallow the Earth. He's not just a mass murderer, he's trying to wipe out the entire human race. Find his parents before it's too late. It's not that you won't explain, it's that you can't, lol. How do you set the destination? The Earth is constantly moving, or didn't you know that? By the way, I propose the Tider is whole in theory. Lol. I set the destination with the VGL system's variable gravity lock. It functions by reading the local gravity of the destination and locking the Typler's sine wave into that location. By locking into Earth's gravity, I ensure it doesn't end up floating in space. It uses 4 cesium clocks to make calculations, so the margin of error is negligible. Oh, needs to shut up, lol. Never heard any Tider messages, or have heard of any Tider from 10 years ago. This universe is deep, so the universe is deep in Tider's trash. The same information was in the Tider book. All you could have done is post 10-year-old copy pasta. Anyone could do that. How do I know it's a real Tider? John Tan, Somo, and my wife will recognize different opinions. I'm feeling more and more disappointed. Still nothing concrete, but nice try, but I won't be fooled. Whoa, I shouldn't waste all my day on that channel. We have more important things to deal with. Namely, the phone wave, name subject to change. We haven't experimented with it since yesterday. It's high time to figure out what's going on with that thing. Earlier, I asked Dado to connect to phone wave, subject name to change, to the computer. He finished setting it up yesterday, and he's about to do the quick wire work in the development room.
Na, Daru. Naze pekeroppa nanoda?
Oh, we had a few things to look at, in fact. The X68000, a 16-bit PC sold in Japan in the late 1980s. Peculiar twin tower case was dubbed Manhattan-shaped. Twin tower? I mean, it was made in the late 1980s, so singularity in astrophysics. A point of infinite gravity. Singularities are predicted to exist at the center of black holes. However, since it's impossible to observe the interior of a singularity, the existence of such cannot be proven. In a black hole, the singularity is formed by the gravitational collapse of a dying star. For example, imagine a star millions of kilometers in diameter. Now imagine that entire star's mass compressed into a space smaller than the period at the end of the sentence. That's a singularity. In Japanese, please, a teasing phrase used in online message board to tell an incomprehensible poster to please post comprehensibly. I mean, you could do it in English too, like, in English, please. A Chevy, an American automobile brand. Brown tube. Another name for cathode ray tube, CRT. This name is used more commonly in German and Japan. It comes from the name of the inventor of the cathode ray tube, Carl Ferdinand Braun. So with that, I think I'm gonna hit the save button, and we're gonna end the episode for today. Another 50 minutes have passed, holy crap. Thank you guys for following my journey through Steins Gate. We've learned a bit more about John Tider, and nobody knows about the events 10 years ago, somehow, except for Hoen Kyoma. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.